Hi, my name's Edward Bond. So from FG Bond and Son. My granddad started the company back in 1934. And then my parents, Rodney and Annette, they then followed it through and then they've retired now. And then myself and Helen, my sister, so we run the business today. And Helen's son, James, as well, he helps as well.
So there's a fourth generation.
Fourth generation coming up through, yeah, which is good.
And they say 90 years on the corners of some of them
Yeah,
right
so this
now.
was 91 this year. So it's, 91st anniversary this year sort of thing. So
Well, it'll be neat to see it when it reaches 100.
I know, yeah.
I've seen one like that. So what's behind you right now?
So this is a Q Dodge, which is 1956, I believe.
Q?
A Q Dodge, yeah. So it's got a Perkins diesel in it. So this would have been what my granddad ran. He ran a fleet of these back in the day, running all aggregates, stone, tarmac, quarry products, basically.
Locally?
Yeah, probably within about a 100-mile radius of where we're based, just outside of Bath and Bristol. But I mean, obviously then there was no motorways. So it was, to go that distance was a long, whereas considering what you do nowadays, distance-wise. So yeah, so it was local, but.
And did he just start out on his own?
Yeah, he randomly started delivering bread for a baker's. It was opposite where he lived. And then he kind of went from that. And then I believe he ended up delivering some stone then one day for somebody. And it just.
Did he have like a pickup truck or something?
Yeah, so he basically started off with a small pickup truck and then with a trailer. And then he escalated from there and ended up from one truck and then another one and then another one. And then when my father joined the business, he ended up. So we've got a garage, which we do MOT, servicing, general repairs and tyres and exhausts. And so, yeah, so we've kind of got a business there and the trucks as well. So it's, and it's stayed a small family firm.
But it's grown over the years.
Yeah, it's grown now to what it was, yeah.
And now I'm thinking 1934 was kind of a rough time. And so was it all just sort of grown by word of mouth? And
yeah, pretty
like
much,
you saw the bakery needed someone? So...
Yeah, literally they just said, could you take this and do that? And then someone else said, oh, could you go and do that? And so, yeah, it kind of escalated from just kind of doing somebody a favour one day to...
Now you have 15 trucks.
Yeah.
When did the first employee come on? Do you know?
I'm not sure, to be honest. And so all the employees used to be, so the village, Marshford, where we're based, it is a very small traditional village. And all the employees lived within and around the village, very, very locally as well. So yeah, it's always been, a very close-knit sort of local place, basically. So
plans for the future to keep growing? Or
yeah,
is 15...
I think it's a good number where we are. It suits us for our capability of, I like to be a hands-on person. We've tried to go above there before and it just doesn't, I feel it's out of control, if that makes sense. For who, you then have to employ someone else to manage.
Right.
So that's the thing. So it changes that dynamics almost too much, basically.
Now I know the truck behind you is the one that caught my attention first, and you said the engine and all that. What about transmission? Do you know?
So it's a 5-speed gearbox. Okay. So it's a crash box. Basically, there's no synchro mesh. So you have to basically get the revs just right to drive it. So.
Is this one of his old trucks, or did you have to find it?
No, this is unfortunately no. It's one of the ones the same as what he had, but yeah, it's one we sourced, and I mean we've done that totally from scratch. It was completely rotted out, and so we've actually done it twice over the years. Because by the time we'd done it originally and just about finished it, we ended up then repainting all the cab, the body, and the chassis again.
But this is what his looked like.
Yeah, pretty much identical, and then that's why it's stayed. We've kept that tradition all the way down the line then. We've tweaked it and changed it a little bit in different places, but tried to stick with that original.
The same colors, even your shirts and the logo and everything, but you've added some sparkles. We've
added a few sparkles and some stainless steel and some aluminium wheels and just small detail touches just to make it a bit keeping up with modern times,
How long was your grandfather around?
So he passed away when he was 86. So, but he was very much, he was a big part of the business for probably right up until he was in his very early 80s. And then he kind of just took it a lot slower and bit by bit, yeah.
But imagine how proud he had to have been
to
watch everything
very
grow.
much so, yeah. Absolutely loved it, yeah. And he was one of the, he always wanted things clean, tidy and, yeah, nice to follow on.
What about this one? The one that's hauled the Dodge?
So this is a Foden. It's just got M11 420 Cummins engine in it with a ZF 16-speed gearbox. And that's 2003, we had that brand new. And then we've kept it ever since.
And you worked that truck?
I did, I had it brand new, basically, yeah. So it's, yeah, a really nice truck to drive.
It looks small compared to all these new cab overs.
Yeah, it is, I know. So it's done 1.6 million kilometres, and that's the original engine in it. So it's had all the different components changed and things like that, but the actual main engine is, yeah, it's done really good. So we do lots of like Devon and Cornwall, West Wales, London, stuff like that. So that's where I would have traditionally gone in that.
Did it always have a flatbed like this?
Yeah, always a flatbed, always with the high ab crane on the back. So, and then we changed to Atlas cranes then later in time.
But is this truck retired now?
Yes, yeah. This got retired back in 2018, pretty much. It kind of dropped down to a spare lorry, and it was just going out odd days. And then when COVID came and everything kind of slowed down and changed, and then we ended up with some newer trucks. So,
are there rules on the age of working trucks here or anything like that?
no, there's most of the cities now you can't go into because of the emissions on the engines. So basically, I mean, like sort of London, Birmingham, they're spreading it out to different areas. So it will be, you'd have to pay like a massive fee to be able to go in there almost. So it's just not viable.
Guess they just don't want things anymore.
Basically, they don't know. I know, this is the thing. So we've just added, so London's just added a DVS system now on top of the other safety features we've already had to have, which is sensors, buzzers. So you've now got cameras on the side up there, down here. So it's just another, they just keep adding and adding to it.
I've watched Clarkson's Farm.
Have you?
I see all of the rules and regulations, and it's ridiculous.
I know.
We think it's bad in the States, and
it's crazy, isn't it?
You can't even kill the badgers.
I know, absolutely crazy, isn't it? I know, yeah. So it's yeah, that's their way of generating you. So you've almost got to buy a new truck to replace old stuff, because it's just, well, it's not viable to keep spending that much money on older vehicles. That's the problem. So yeah, it's crazy.
Oh wow! So comparing the truck that we're looking at here, the cab, your old cab over here, to the new ones, which one would you prefer to get in and drive right now?
Oh, so when I first started driving that, we used to probably do 4 or 5 nights out. All week we'd stay in there. But back then, that was it. That was what you had. You didn't know any different.
And it was probably comfortable then.
And it was fine. Yeah. I managed absolutely fine. But now when you go from that to then that
you can stand up
and you can
stretch.
stand up and stretch, and you have a microwave, and I mean that has got a fridge in it. So that was ahead of its time when we had that. But I mean the rest have all got, you know, inverters for different things and fridges and microwaves, and so it's just escalated so much.
Do you still drive, or do you stay in the office?
I do, yeah. No, I basically still drive occasionally. I'm in the workshop, so I do mechanics. I look after the trucks as well. So I end up doing a bit of everything. So.
Well, you have beautiful trucks, and I'm glad that I was able to catch you and talk about them a little bit.
Well, it's really good to meet you. No,
yeah.
Thank you very much.
There's a first, second, and third on this. So in third place, registration J9 FGB FT Foden. In second place, registration E9 FGB FT Foden. And in first place for best kept fleet, FT Foden.